Borderlands 4 has just launched, and it's just in time to be the first new game to be tested on the new 5080 upgrades of GeForce Now. Good thing too, because it's rough. We'll be testing the Ultimate and Performance tiers since I'm just gonna tell you now, there is no way this game could ever run on the free tier. So can the Ultimate tier even keep up on the 5080? Well, let's see. So I started the game on the Ultimate tier at 5K resolution. Yes, 5K. And no, I do not have a 5K monitor, but it's entirely possible to run that resolution without it. So yes, you're going to be seeing 5K performance on 4K resolution? Yeah, okay. Now once you start the game, yes, this game has shaders, thank you Unreal 5, but they were pretty quick. Now be aware that if you do run at 5K, you will need to adjust your settings. Unless you want to play at 20 to 25 frames a second. Yeah, no. So this is what I changed. I changed TSR to DLSS. I have no idea why they were using TSR. Upscaling to balanced and frame gen on and to 3x. This will get you to about 120 FPS. Feel free to lower the graphics settings or increase the frame multiplier to 4x to increase frames even more. Now the reason I didn't go higher is because I usually don't feel lag with frame generation on most games, but I felt it here. Now I don't know if it has to do with the lack of optimization or that I'm running at 5K, or that this is running on Unreal 5. I'm not sure since this is my first real test at 5K on GeForce Now. If you want to jack it up to 4x, don't let me stop you. But my settings do hit the 100 plus FPS range regularly. But I'm not gonna lie, the game does feel heavy. But Borderlands kinda always had that heavy feel, but it's a lot worse here. It just takes some getting used to. Overall though, fake frames, I mean frame gen saves the day.
Multi-frame generation.
So what about 1080p? Well, you're gonna have to know that this game doesn't support a 360 FPS stream. Heck, it doesn't even support a 240 FPS stream, 120 only. Yeah guys, it's bad. But at 1080p, it is possible to get to 240 FPS in game pretty easily. Of course, not without frame gen. Ultra Combo! This is what we had set. Same settings as before, but we jacked up the frame gen to 4x. Again, you don't really need to do this because the stream only supports 120 FPS, but they could support 240 if they really wanted to though. Now what you've really been waiting for, the performance tier. Oh man, I hope to God they upgrade this tier quickly. It definitely needs a second wind, if you know what I mean. Or just make an optimized game? Apparently that's just too hard to do these days. So we ran the game at 1440p just to see how much the performance tier could handle. Not a lot at all. We lowered the settings all the way down and put DLSS on performance. This thing struggled to get 40 FPS. You'd be lucky if you even saw 50. Plus, there is no FSR frame generation to help us out. But there is something. In one of my recent videos, I talked about possibly upgrades coming to the free and performance tiers. I talked about how their 3060 configuration on the performance tier shares the same hardware as the 4080 configuration, just using half of it. And in turn, some games on the performance tier can actually use DLSS frame generation. And that's exactly what's happening here. This is using the 3060 configuration. We do have the option to run DLSS frame gen if you select it. If you're running this game on the performance tier, I highly recommend you turn this on to make up for those lost frames. And hopefully, Nvidia will turn a blind eye toward disabling that feature for the performance tier. Cross your fingers. But what's interesting too is that the in-game FPS stats in the right-hand corner don't match GeForce Now's in the left-hand corner. Who do you trust? Trust your eyes. What looks better? I'll leave that up to you. Now, I'm going to leave you here with the very first boss fight on the Ultimate tier at 5K. Let us know what you guys think about the performance of GeForce Now with Borderlands 4 in the comments below. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more. Enjoy!
freaking